Good morning, Mr. Tao. My friends and I will present about Cognac. My group member consists of me, Noor Adriana, Junkit, and Noor Zahira. I'm going to elaborate more in introduction of the Cognac. Cognac is a type of a brandy, a spirit made up of fruit grown within inside the Cognac region of France. The name Cognac is protected under French law. It is AOC, refers to Appellation d'Origine Contrôlée. Cognac is made with white grapes varieties, for example, Ugni Blanc, Folie Blanc, and Colombard. Cognac is distilled twice in copper pot and must be aged in oak barrel. The two famous brands are Remy Martin and Martel. Now I'm going to proceed with history of Cognac. Cognac origins lie in the 16th century with the arrival in France of the Dutch. The product Brandewijn, means burnt wine, came to be referred as a brandy. In the 18th century, the formation of today's famous Cognac houses, with Martel first in 1715, founded by Jean Martel from Jersey. Cognac houses were already buying brandies from grape growers and farmers. Cognac was becoming very popular in UK. Brandy is made all over the world. Only brandy made in the Cognac region of France and under the district guidelines are often known as Cognac. Cognac has managed to keep its luxury status, additional trendy ways of consuming it. It can be in cocktails or mixed with tonic or ginger ale. Next, I'm going to move with the process of making Cognac. The first one, we're going to pressing the grapes. Grapes are pressed and the juice is fermented naturally. The second step is first distillation. Once the wine is fermented, it will be poured into the pot stills and then will be heated between 78.3 degrees Celsius until 100 degrees Celsius. And then we will wait the alcohol to evaporate. The third step is second distillation. The brow leaves are heated from the second time and also known as chauffer. This is to separate it from the head and tails. The remaining liquid is known as eau de vie. It takes 9 liters of wine to make a liter of cognac. The fourth step is casking the distilled cognac. The eau de vie is piped into oak casks. The casks are housed in large dam warehouse or cooperages. The vintage cru date are marked on each cask with white chalk. The brandy is first stored in newer casks for periods between 1 and 2 years. And then we move on to the fifth step, which is aging and blending the cognac. The cognac is progressively moved into the older casks. Tasting the brandy once a year to determine it should be moved to another cask. Most of the tasting is done by the nose. This blending occurs over a minimum of 1 year with samples taken annually. Each blending is kept for at least a decade. And the last step for making the cognac is bottling the cognac. The bottles in which cognac is packaged are a source of great pride to each company. Most of the bottles are handcrafted from crystal. The bottles are often sealed with wax or draped with satin ornaments. Each of the bottle is inspected and hand dried. After bottling, the cognac is either packed for shipping or stored for the future shipment. Next, we move on to the classification of cognac. Classification of cognac have 5. The first one is VS, very special, or 3 stars. It blends with minimum 2 years of aging. The second one is VSOP, very special old pale, blend with minimum 4 years of aging. And then XO means extra old, blend with minimum 6 years of aging, or extra old. That's it. I'm going to pass this to Junkit.
My name is Junkit, so now I'm going to present about the characteristic of the cognac. So the first characteristic is all cognac can be called as brandy, but not all brandy can be considered as cognac. So the second characteristic is For a brandy to be called cognac, it must make from a specific grape such as Orny Blanche and a small portion of the Colombard and the Fond Blanche grapes, and double distilled in copper pot still and aged at least 2 years in Limousin and Chongkai oak barrels. And all the cognac must at least 40% alcohol. And the third characteristic is designation received on the cognac labels such as VS, VSOP, XO, and more. I believe that one of my groupmates already explained in details what are those. So these labels are indicated how long they have been aged in the oak barrels. The fourth characteristic is climate change may someday influence which grapes are used to produce cognac. So talk about the brands of cognac. There are variety brands of cognac in the world, but they are just gonna talk a few brands, cognac brands here. So the first brand is Hennessy, which is a very famous brand. With the Hennessy, the original of Hennessy is from Cognac, France, and the alcohol is from 40% to 42%, and the color of the Hennessy is brownish. And the price range we can get for the Hennessy is the lowest we can get is 11.35 pounds, which approximately like 60 ringgit Malaysia. And the most expensive Hennessy we can get from the world is 4,000 pounds, which is approximately like 22,157. So the Hennessy Cognac distillery was founded by the Irish Jacob military officer Richard Hennessy in 1765. So Hennessy Cognac is made from wine traditionally very dry and thin. The spirit is distilled twice and aged in French barrel. In 1870, 3 varieties of Hennessy, which known as VSOP, and XO are first produced. So now I'm going to show you the type of Hennessy that we can get in the world. So like Hennessy VS Cognac, Hennessy VSOP, more. So second brands cognac that we can get is Martell. So Martell is actually, the origin of Martell is actually from Jersey, and the alcohol percentage is 40% to 45%, and the color also same as Hennessy, which is brownish. The price range that we can get for Martell is 23.71 pounds, which approximately like 135.57 ringgit Malaysia. And the most expensive Martell that we can get is 5,000 pounds, which approximately 28,590.54 ringgit Malaysia. So the Martell is a cognac house founded in 1715 by Jim Martell. So Martell used grape from the vineyard in the Boundary sub-region and used Chongkai oak barrel for its cask. So now I'm going to talk about the type of Martell cognac that we can get. So the first one is the Martell VS Cognac, Martell VS 40 red barrel cognac, and more. So last one that I'm going to talk about high cognac. So the high cognac also, the origin of high cognac also from the Cognac, France, and alcohol is 37.1% to up to 42.1% alcohol. And the color we can get for the high is yellowish and brownish, and the price range for the high is 16.04 pounds, which approximately like 91 ringgit Malaysia. And the most expensive high that we can get is 6,250 pounds, which are approximately 35,735 ringgit Malaysia. And the high founded in 1763, and high cognac are highly regarded around the world for their quality and complexity. So there are a few types of high that you can see from the slide. Is H by high, VSOP cognac, high Bonnier, high, and more. So now I'm going to talk about the food pairing and cognac. So the first food pairing that with cognac is chocolate. So chocolate is a lighter body cognac, creamer and softer chocolate are the best. For the aged and bolder cognac, it has flavored chocolate like a dark chocolate to a delectable balance. So the research that we search, the recommended for the chocolate is white chocolate, crunchy hazelnut praline, dark chocolate covered with fruits, and dark chocolate with cognac XO, cognac VS, VSOP, and more. And the second one, the food pairing is cheese. So pairing cheese and cognac gave a fantastic result. Fresh and lighter cheese paired with yogurt cognac, mature cheese with older cognac. So the recommended for the cheese is milder Edam, with XO Cognac or VS Cognac. So the third one is dark. So this is a popular food pairing for Cognac. Try a smoked duck or a foie gras and a rich for this texture of the dark meat allow for a sumptuous round velvety texture with Cognac. So the recommended Cognac for the dark is Martini VSOP or Remy Martini VSOP. So Zahira, thank you.
I'm Zahira. So today I'll be talking about cocktail made by Cognac. There are many types of cocktail that can be made by Cognac. The first one is sidecar. Firstly, you need to put in the cocktail shaker is ice, cognac and lemon juice. Then you need to shake until it chill around 30 seconds. Then lastly, for the garnish, you can add lemon twist, orange twist or added a sugar rim around the glasses. The glass that used for sidecar is martini cup. Second one is French 75. Before you make the French 75, you need to add gin, cognac and lemon juice and also syrup to the shaker and fill up with ice and shake until it chills. And for the garnish, it's with lemon twist or a cherry. The glass that they use for French 75 is champagne flute. And the last cocktail is Cognac latte. First, you need to add Zacapa, Hennessy, Mr. Black, syrup, oat milk, egg and cognac, and you need to dry shake for 30 minutes. And you need to add ice after you shake for 30 minutes. And for the garnish, it's with cinnamon bark and nutmeg on top. The glass that they use is Irish coffee mug. So next, I'll be talking about the comparison between Cognac and brandy. For Cognac, it must be produced in French town of Cognac, while brandy can be produced by anyone in any part of the world. For Cognac, they can only be made from the grape that is grown in their own region, which is Ugni Blanc while brandy can be made from any types of grapes or even fermented fruit juice. Cognac must be aged in French oak barrels, while brandy can be aged in oak barrels or wooden casks. For Cognac, it must be distilled twice in a copper pot stills, while brandy must be distilled only once by column still. Cognac must be aged for at least 2.5 years, while brandy must be aged for a minimum of 2 years. I'm going to talk about the Cognac health issue. The first one is heart health. By drinking Cognac, it's to protect the heart disease, and it also found to reduce the inflammation and also helps to bring down the bad cholesterol inside your body. Next one is good for immune system. Cognac has been used as a traditional solution for the treatments such as cold, cough and flu. Cognac also has a natural warm goods to help for sleeping habits. It also helps to strengthen your immune system inside your body. The third one is reduce stress. Cognac has a calming, tranquilizing properties, helps to induce sleep and has calming effect on the brain as well. By drinking Cognac or brandy, it helps you to reduce your anger and your headache. So now I'll be talking about the festival and celebration. The first celebration is the Cognac Festival. This festival are held during the summer, and usually this festival are being held during the month of July. This event are being held is to know about wide range of tasting. This Cognac Festival will be introducing different types of flavor of Cognac, and it also shows how to combine the flavor with drinks. The next celebration is Cognac Blue Passion Festival. Cognac Blue Passion Festival is also known as a music and wine festival, are held in a small town in France. Usually, these festivals are held 6 days. Thank you.